Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before we get started, I hope you all had a Merry Christmas and you're having a Happy New Year so far. Remember all those things you said you were going to do last year? You better do them this year. Anyways, let's get started. This is my month 2 update. I had my hair transplant at Cosmedica on November 1st. I had 2,700 grafts and it cost me about $2,600. Alright, so, month 2 is what they know as the ugly duckling phase. It's basically the phase where the hair that was transplanted starts to fall off. And I definitely started experiencing that around week 3. Not week 3, maybe week 2. I started seeing a lot of the hair fall out while in the shower and washing my hair. And it's just been falling out since then. In my last video, the main issue I had was the amount of bumps that were on my donor area. And I'm glad to say that it's slowly reducing. I still feel some roughness back there, like some bumpiness, but it's not as aggressive as it was before. It was pretty bad, to be honest. I didn't expect it to be that bad. I've had bumps before after getting like a haircut with the shaver. Sometimes the barber used the little shaver thing and that gives me bumps. But these ones were more like really thick and fat, like fat and juicy bumps. Sounds weird, but that's exactly how I can describe it. It would hurt if I laid too long on the pillow. It would get irritated, it would itch, and occasionally I'll have to pop them because it's just ingrown hair. You have to release the hair. But I tried my best not to itch or not to pick on them, but I still did. But yeah, it's getting better, but I still notice some hair bumps popping up. But it's also a sign of growth. It just means that the hair in the donor area that fell off due to shock loss is slowly growing back. And I expect to see this for a long amount of time. And for me, that's not that bad. That's not really bad news because there's some light spots in my donor area. And it's good to know that it's still healing. That means it's only going to get better from here on. So although the bumps are terrible, I just have to live with them for now. And hopefully in the future, they'll completely go away. Yeah, let me jump back to talking about shedding. Yeah, the shedding phase, there was quite a bit of shedding, but I noticed that this side shed more than this side. If you can see here, there's longer hairs on this side. I can literally pull on them a little bit, but the hairs here are pretty short. But they're starting to get longer now. And to be honest, this side was always my stronger side because I feel like there was a lot more density here. Not a lot more, but there was significantly more density here than there was on this side. But hopefully it wouldn't look too bad when everything goes in. Yeah, the shedding phase lasted for about, I would say, about 6 weeks. Not 6 weeks, that's a lot. Maybe 3 weeks or 4 weeks or so. I probably still saw some hair shed during the shower maybe 2 weeks ago. But it looks like it's slowed down now, and the fact that I'm starting to see new hair pierce the skin it's a pretty good sign. Something else I noticed was that when the hairs start to come out, your skin will kind of have an elevated look, like a bumpy look in the donor area. It's just the hair trying to just poke itself through, and just make sure not to touch that or mess with it at all. Just let it do its thing. I'm really careful with my donor area. Even in the shower, I don't wash it aggressively. I just kind of wash it really slowly. Even though I'm sure the grafts are completely locked in now, but I really want to be careful and just make sure that I do everything in my power to make sure that my results come out well. And I finally started working out again. I waited a little bit longer than I wanted. Typically when you stop working out, it's usually difficult to get back into it, especially in the winter. I live in the Northeast and it gets pretty cold, so going to the gym is a little bit of a struggle, but it improves your heart rate and blood circulation to your body. So exercising could potentially boost hair growth because if there's more blood circulating through your body, there'll also be more blood circulating to your hair follicles, and it could potentially make them grow more. That's basically what minoxidil does. It increases blood flow in the areas that you apply it to, and that's usually what boosts hair growth. So I'll definitely encourage you to exercise and move, be active. for me, it's a great feeling to know that I'm being active again, and it kind of makes me forget about that I'm not really looking how I want to, like physically, but internally I feel great, I feel strong, I feel healthy. Also, definitely try to eat as healthy as you can. You want to make sure that you're doing everything in your power to supply your body with good nutrients so that your hair would also grow. I have also still been taking my finasteride, minoxidil, the multivitamin I was given to by Cosmedica, biotin, and antihistamine. Antihistamine is just what I take to prevent itching. I just ran out literally today, so I might go get some more, just to make sure I'm not always itching at night. I honestly haven't gotten that much itching compared to what some people have mentioned, but the antihistamine is definitely helping with the itching. Some days where I almost forget to take antihistamine, I get a huge reminder at night because my hair gets itchy and I just take it immediately, and it does help reduce the itching. All right, let's talk about the recipient area and what the hair is looking like now. So this is what it's looking like so far. Um, like I mentioned before, it's pretty obvious which side has longer hairs than the other side. I'm hoping that this side catches up eventually, or even if it doesn't exactly catch up, I hope that it looks seamless. I don't want it to look in a way that it's not dark or it looks patchy. But so far, so good. This is only month 2, so there's a ton more growth coming. You know, sometimes we tend to be impatient and hope the results show up soon enough, but it's only 2 months and this is a whole year journey. I'm hoping that around 4 or 5 months I can at least get a haircut, because I'm looking crazy. At least get a haircut and I can just look almost basically back to normal, and from there it's just more and more growth and more density coming in. And the donor area, for the donor area at least, there's on the sides, it looks a little light, but it's nothing crazy. I can definitely live with that, and also I know that it's still growing in, and it would only get fuller and thicker as the time goes on. But it's not in a way that people will even know that anything was done to my hair. It just looks, to me, because I'm looking really closely, it just looks like it used to be more dense then. And also, I'm not really sure because I've never let my hair grow this long, so I don't even know what the back of my head looked like when it was at this length. Finally, I'd like to talk about how I am feeling emotionally. Isn't highs and lows, peaks and valleys, but in general, I try to stay happy and positive. There's some days where I just feel like I look like shit, I don't want to go anywhere, or I just feel like my hair is not growing, it's not going to grow. You know, just thinking negatively doesn't do anything for your mental health, or doesn't even help your hair grow. So you just like trust the process, just let it do its thing, do everything you can, do everything that's under your control, eat healthy, work out, take your medication, and just be happy, and hopefully everything would turn out well. There've been some days where I felt I had really low confidence because of how my hair was looking, but just put on a hat or just take a shower. Just do something that makes you feel happy and it would go away. And just overall try to be positive about the outcome of your hair transplants. Worrying, just thinking about it regularly doesn't really do anything for you. All it does is stress you out, and stress does not do anything for your hair. Try to stay stress-free and everything will turn out okay. That's it for me. Like and subscribe if you feel like it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I try my best to answer all questions that come to the comments. And yeah, I'll be doing another video again in about a month from now. So maybe probably around February 1st or the 2nd. And then I'll be at the 3-month mark. Hopefully by then, there will be some good growth. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in a month. Peace.